Hey folks, Andy HeadHardHat Smith here with WVTim. We're going to talk about Gadget Geocaches and this fantastic seminar that we're attending right here in West Virginia. Coming up next. Any favorites? Earth caches. Now those, how many people? The moisture. Hey folks, Andy HeadHardHat Smith here with WVTim. Welcome to Geosnippits videos, and I'm telling you what, we have a great time. We are literally right smack dab in the middle of WVTim's seminar, and this is what, year 6 for you?
6th year.
That is awesome. It's really cool. It's seminars. You have these breakout sessions that you go to. You pick your favorite subjects, and then you go along with that and learn everything you can about geocaching, and there is so much information. But that is not all that's going on today, Tim.
That's right.
Why don't you talk a little bit about the seminars here, and then we'll get into the GeoTrail.
Okay, the seminar, I actually started the seminar because 6 years ago when I just started, I went to a couple events and I ate pizza and I got to meet people, but I come away with all these questions like, what, you know, I wanted something to learn something. So with only 3 months experience, less than 100 finds, I had my first seminar. It was right here. And I think we had 35 people. But then I went to all the seminars. So you know, as you notice, I'm not teaching.
Right, right.
But I brought in some of the best caching experts in different subjects. Like just now in this last session, they did a session on puzzles. There was nearly 100 people in that room. And it was a great session. So it's really what we're trying to do is, you know, have like a little educational event so people can learn a little bit. And then we're going to go geocaching.
Oh, this sounds so much fun. Now you have, if you don't know WVTim, shame on you, because you should. WVTim is what I would consider, and you are one of the most humble people I have ever met, because you have stories upon stories about geocaching, and you have these incredible gadget geocaches. Now, matter of fact, last year, 2013, you were Geocacher of the Month for Geocaching.com. That is so awesome. He's got a geocoin. There's only 10 of them in the whole world, and he actually had us. We got to discover it. I'm excited. I'm geeked. Can you tell? You are such an amazing person. You have all these fantastic stories. You're not an engineer, but you come up with these gadget caches that are so awesome. So much so, you now have a GeoTrail. How did that work?
Well, I don't know who you're talking about. But I appreciate that. I don't deserve it, but I do appreciate it. But they say you put caches out like you like to find. Mm-hmm. And now I'm not, that's the beauty about geocaching first. Let me give a disclaimer. It's different things for different people. And so if you like biking, you bike. If you like hiking, you like. If you like finding Tupperware, you find Tupperware. If you like urban caches, I like being challenged. And I like getting to a cache and it's right there and the answer's right there. I just got to figure it out. So I came up with this thing, started Gadget Caches a couple years ago. I worked with a guy at Dayspring over in Seattle. And so we started brainstorming different things we could do. So they say you put out caches like you like to find. And I like to find a kind of a field puzzle. Mm-hmm. So my Gadget Caches really are field puzzles. So today, you get, and this guy's already DNF'd one of mine. I'm not going to pick one.
Did I hear about it?
We're not recording, are we?
Oh, I don't know. We won't tell anybody.
I won't tell anybody you already DNF'd a non-Gadget Cache. I'm not going to say that. You know, a worldwide expert that does a world podcast. I wouldn't say that you DNF'd it, but, you know, that's not for here. But, you know, these caches, there's going to be some challenges. There are caches on this trail. This is not your typical GeoTrail. Right. A lot of GeoTrails are just parking grabs. Mm-hmm. Now they might take you to great places, but they're just, you know, boom, boom, boom. There'll be caches. If you're by yourself, 1 or 2 people, it's probably going to take you an hour or so. There's a couple caches that are rated 4.5.
Wow.
We have several 4s, a lot of 3s. There are some caches that are going to really give you a challenge. Good. But there's also caches because I try to design caches for everybody. So I have a kids cache. Yeah. And it's a 1-1. wheelchair accessible. You walk up, pick it up. Now, it's not traditional, but it is a 1-1 cache. When you open it, the kids will enjoy it. So even the kids today are going to have a good time. So we're hoping people are going to have a great time in Berkeley County today.
Oh, this is fantastic. There's so many different events that are attributed and connected through this one event that we're having today with the seminar. We've got the GeoTrail to go through. WVTim was saying this morning at the intro, this is literally becoming the hotspot for favorite points when it comes to geocaches. So where are we? And so that way the people can start booking this up for their bucket list.
We're in the Panhandle, West Virginia, and we're really very near Washington. So we're only about an hour and 15 minutes from Washington, D.C. I'm 10 minutes from Virginia, and I'm 10 minutes from Maryland. I'm in that little teeny piece up in the top. And if you look from a 10-mile radius around us, I don't know if we're probably at least in the top 10, if not in the top 5 locations as far as favorite points. The #1 cache placer in Maryland is 5 minutes up the road. The #5 cache placer in Virginia is 5 minutes down the road. And then you have the #1 and 2 cacher in the state of West Virginia right here.
Yeah.
So this is becoming, I even hate to use this word, but it's kind of becoming a cache mecca. Because if you want to go caching and you want to have a great time, this is a great place to come because there's some great views, there's some great hikes, there's a bike trail, and there's a lot of good gadget caches that you're going to have some problems with since you DNF'd a very simple cache.
I am so trashed on this.
You'll be lucky if you open 1 or 2 of these. Maybe you should take my telephone number.
I'm going to take you with me. Now the closest city to here is what, Martinsburg?
We're close to Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Awesome.
And we're on the north-south 81 route.
There you go.
And we even have people come up from North Carolina. So
we have people from Florida.
We'll take anybody. And it's your wife's birthday.
Yes.
Have you said that?
I have actually said that. Matter of fact, WVTim, and I want to thank you personally, we had made an arrangement when we were first saying we were coming up. And I said, my wife is coming to a geocaching event on her birthday. What can we do? And actually we came up with the idea of the birthday cake, and she was so surprised. It was awesome. So thank you, sir, so much.
Welcome.
And also with everything that you do with this, you are, I would say you are the glue. If this area is starting to become such a geocaching mecca, you, sir, are definitely the glue. You have a lot of talented people with you here, and it takes that type of thing to bring this kind of awareness for geocaching. Make sure you double check WVTim's geocaches. How many do you actually have out now?
Active, I'm probably 80 or 90.
And they're all amazing. You could spend a week going just to find his, let alone everybody else's that's out here. Put Martinsburg, West Virginia on your bucket list. You're going to want to go geocaching here. Tim, thank you so much, sir, for being on with Geosnippits, and we're going to have you again. I mean, this is awesome.
Let's go geocaching.
Let's go geocaching.
Okay, see you on the trail.
See you, folks, and I love that sale. See you on trails, folks. Bye-bye.